Ciao, Gadget.
Look in the camera.
We're live.
We are?
Yep.
Okay. Let's give everybody a chance to get in here.
Give everybody a few minutes to get in, and we'll let you know what this video is going to be about.
Ooh, look at my hair.
You got nice hair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You got good hair.
Gotcha got good hair.
Yeah.
You want to say hey to everybody?
Say hi.
There's nobody there. Not even me. Zero. Well, we still got like 2 minutes left, so.
Yep. So we'll give it about 2 minutes before we get started. Gadget will go to sleep. Gizmo's gonna wander around and bump into everything. Oh, what is it, cutie? What is it, buddy?
Buffering. Is that me or is that the...
That's probably the internet out here.
Oh, we got 4 people. Hey! Who's here?
Everybody, y'all chime in. Let us know who's here. And we'll go, got about 30 more seconds to 7:30, then we'll actually get started. But comment below, let us know who's here. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button while you're here. That'll help us.
Yeah.
It's getting cold outside. I can feel it through the window.
Yeah.
Guys, you get up here and lay down, buddy. No?
No.
Okay. Get in your spot.
No blanket, and you get up there so we can talk to our friends. Gadget likes to sleep under, or to lay under the blanket, so we might have to.
Also, let us know. I don't have the microphone hooked up to the camera, so let us know if you hear us okay.
Jeff said a half hour to go. Half hour of what?
Work.
Oh, work.
Work.
What you doing?
Must be slow.
What you doing on YouTube if you're still got a half hour to go?
All right, guys. So it's 7:30, so I guess I can.
At least I know he's not a North Dakota pup. He's more of a South Florida pup.
I can tell you. Welcome to Sugar Beet Harvest 2018.
Welcome back to 4E Winery.
Yes.
Woohoo! Our favorite place.
So the harvest is over, at least for us.
Yeah.
Not for everybody. So to explain what's happening there, the last video, if you remember, I was actually working on the ground crew. If you watched that video, I was showing you what it's like to be on the ground. And it was kind of rainy, nasty day. Well, about an hour after I shut that video off, they came by and shut the yard down again for another shutdown. That was a Saturday. So they shut it down about 4 o'clock Saturday. And then we were told to call back at noon Sunday, and then we were shut down all day Sunday. And at that point, we were done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably, they went back to work today, and there's probably 3 days of harvest left, maybe 4, 3.5, something like that.
Yeah.
And we would have loved to stay and make the money, but unfortunately, with the Christmas tree light job falling through, we got to be at Amazon now, and you know there's a deadline that we have to be there for Amazon. So
this dog, y'all.
Yeah. So we had to. Yeah, he's gonna snuggle now. Okay, buddy. Yeah. So we had to call it quits. We didn't get to finish the harvest like we wanted to. We had to call it quits and get on the road. So we drove a whopping 90 miles today, and came to our favorite winery, which is 4E Winery. I think y'all remember the videos we done from here last time.
Yeah.
If not, once this video posts, once we shut down the live and it actually posts, I'll add a link up top to our other videos from 4E Winery.
Become a member of Harvest Host if you're not, because you know Harvest Host gives you great places to stay, and you meet great people like Lisa and Greg here at 4E Winery. They made us feel like family right from the get-go, so that's why we immediately called them up, and they're shut down for the season, but they told us that we could still go ahead and stay here, and we appreciate y'all.
So, beet harvest. This is going to be the second to last video in the series. So this one is, you know, it's over. We're done. So we'll recap everything that we think about the harvest. But our last check comes on the 9th. We get our last paycheck on the 9th. Once that check comes in and we can see the check stubs, then we'll calculate all the hours worked, how much we made, and we'll do a final video. What did we make at the Beet Harvest video? We'll make that and let everybody know how many hours we
I
worked.
need my wine glass.
You need your wine glass?
Yes, please.
Fine. Priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities.
I forgot my wine glass on the counter, so I have to have it.
Anybody asking any questions yet?
I'm drinking my plum wine.
Keep an eye on the question.
Yeah, Lisa says she loves us
Yeah,
too.
plum wine.
Jeff said slow day. He's on parlor number 3.
They open parlor 3 back
I
up?
do have wine, Lisa. This great lady gave me some bottles, and we actually purchased a couple of bottles, but they had several bottles that they needed to get rid of, and I'm a good garbage disposal. And it's not garbage. I'm a good wine disposal. So plum wine right here.
I'll drink some later, not plum.
Mm.
But anyway, guys, so we left. Like I said, shut down Saturday. We was off Sunday, and we went ahead and packed everything up, and we hit the road today, and making our way to Hebron, Kentucky for Amazon. And sum up the Beet Harvest in just a couple words. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I have no problem. I know this was so-called the worst harvest, and we didn't get to finish the whole harvest. We didn't make all the money that the harvest has to offer because we had to leave early. So when we do the how much money did we make video, it's not going to be as much as it could be.
Yeah.
And so you may see some other videos out there, or say you make X amount of dollars and we didn't make that much. It's because we had a lot of shutdowns. We didn't work the full harvest. We're missing about 3 days, 4 days out of the harvest.
I'll let you take Drew.
Dude, what did it say? What the heck, you quitters? I'm sitting in a big John Deere tractor pulling trucks to the field right now. I know, buddy. I wanted to
pay attention, Drew.
Yeah.
Got another job to go to.
I was looking for you in the yard the other day, but I think you said you were actually you wasn't driving. You were pulling trucks in the field, so that's why I didn't get to meet you. But yeah, we wanted to stay. We really did.
Yeah.
I was saying from the beginning, we had no problem staying through all the shutdowns and all that stuff. But then it got to the point, so our original job, we didn't have to be anywhere until the end of November, like November 20th.
Which, if it had stayed that way, we would have stayed.
We would still be at the harvest. But with the losing the Christmas tree job, our next job went from November 20th to November 3rd. We have to be there. So we lost a lot of time there that we could have hung around, which is the only reason we left. I said we enjoyed the harvest. We enjoyed the work, even with the weather. I like it. I think we'll definitely be back. Well, I know we'll definitely be back next year.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I mean, without a doubt, we'll be back. So I know a lot of you are wondering what we make, and like I said, we'll get to all that, in the next video. But I just want to let everybody know that's thinking about doing the sugar beet harvest, by all means, go for it.
Definitely do it.
Yeah.
And I tried to get it to where I could get a little bit of video in the lab. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, but it doesn't really matter because next year the lab is going to be different. They're going to have a lot of it's going to be automated.
Yeah.
They're going to go from 120 on staff down to about 60.
Yeah. So she'll work in the yard with us next year.
I'm gonna do Johnny's job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a run for his money.
We're gonna get her trained as an operator and see how that goes.
Ooh.
But yeah, we'll be back next year. So coming up here, so I think we have just 2 harvest hosts. We had like 4 planned out, but two of them are closed. So we have 2 harvest hosts coming up on this trip to Kentucky. So stay tuned. We'll do some videos at some more harvest hosts.
One of them he's in love with.
Yes.
Jeremiah's.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that a secret till we get there. But I'm gonna show you what the harvest host I picked is.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. Stay tuned in a couple days for that one. We'll get to Amazon, and I think we'll get back to our regular. If you've watched our videos before the sugar beet harvest, we're gonna get back to our regular lifestyle. Shooting some product reviews,
That's
things
our
we like.
regularly scheduled program. Regular.
Some adventure days.
RV kitchen.
I'm not gonna do. Well, I won't say I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to do an Amazon series like I've done Sugar Beet Harvest.
Okay.
No, because, I mean, I'll do some Amazon videos, but I'm not going to make a whole series out of it because, again, it's just going to be recaps here and there. because Amazon is not going to let you take a camera in and film the actual job. I don't believe. I'll double check when we get there. But Amazon's pretty strict with security and what you can bring in and their proprietary, you know, ways of doing things. So I think
they're locked down like Fort Knox.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be able to record anything in there. I will shoot videos stating what I think about the job, if I think it's worth it, you know, all those things. I'll give my opinions on it, just like I give my opinions on everything else.
And of course, right before we start this job, that we're going to be walking 10
miles
plus miles a day, I decided that I forget how to walk.
Yeah.
And I rip, tear, or destroy something, my right calf muscle, walking out of the RV yesterday.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So that's got to be fixed before Monday.
It's kind of painful. We put some DMSO on it immediately. Got ice pack and ibuprofen.
You need to put more DMSO on it tonight.
Yeah, I got some KT tape on it right now. And
anybody asking any questions out there? No cameras allowed. Metal detector, as Jeff said at Amazon.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't be able to record anything. Like I said, I'll give my 2 cents on it, my videos, just like I do everything else. But we'll get back to
Drew said it's starting to rain again.
Oh,
they're gonna shut down in about a half hour.
Wow.
Oh.
They're never gonna get the hard sun. They're gonna lose thousands of acres of
Y'all
beet.
just get ready for Thanksgiving dinner at the harvest, okay?
But I think I'll get back to
start drawing names for Christmas.
As far as I know, 4 tens is what we're gonna work at Amazon, possibly 5 tens sometimes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have at least 2 days off, possibly 3. So that'll give us time to get back to putting together our RV kitchen episodes. So I'll get back on track with the RV kitchen.
Yeah, I missed that.
And we'll do our normal videos, updates, life updates, adventure days, things like that. And let us know what y'all want to see. You know, maybe if there's something specific you want to see.
Yeah, maybe a weekly update, Jeff said.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a weekly update of Amazon, how things are going. We're there till December 23rd. Yeah. And then from there, then we have a good trip coming up. You'll learn about that as the time gets a little closer. But after we finish Amazon, we got some cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a good trip. Yeah.
Don't get to see my kids.
We'll get to see family, and then there's some other fun stuff coming up in that trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna let too much out of the bag now. No. We'll bring you somewhere special on that trip.
Where are we gonna bring them?
We can't tell.
Well, you could tell me. Whisper it. To who? Oh, yeah.
All right, let them know.
All right.
You're back.
So we're back. Did we lose y'all?
Let me flip the camera around. There you are. See if anybody's still with us. I think there's 6 still on.
We got 6 still on. So yeah, we lost y'all. I don't know where we lost y'all, but
yeah, my phone is doing crazy stuff. It's shutting off, and so we're not gonna make this too long because it's gonna shut off again here in a little bit.
We're gonna stop using Johnny's phone for lives because apparently it stinks.
Good evening, PG.
PG, who's PG?
I'm not sure. Let's see. You went away. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. My phone. I don't know what it is with my phone here lately. After so long, it's just kicking it off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start
like going into sleep mode. Yeah. So we'll do about another 5 minutes or so, and see if anybody has any questions or anything. But we're not gonna keep y'all up too late tonight. We're gonna try to get some sleep tomorrow. We're trying to do our drug test for Amazon, but we didn't get the paperwork today. So we're going to give them to about noon tomorrow to get us the paperwork. And then we're going to hit the road, and we'll have to catch up in the next town we stop in and do the drug test there, or wait till we get all the way to Kentucky. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but as soon as we get in touch with the recruiter or HR or whoever it is at Amazon and get the paperwork, we got to stop and do our drug test. And then
Jeff said he'll call you later. All right, Jeff.
Okay, Jeff.
Have a good night.
Go to work.
Go to work so they can send you home early.
Yeah, Jeff's one of the piler operators at the Beet Harvest. He stuck around. Actually, tonight's his last night. Then he's got to get to Amazon too. So he stayed for one more day. But he'll be heading out in the morning, heading toward the same place we're going to.
So Lisa said, so we know what you aren't doing tonight.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
Well, nothing's really been interesting. I mean, y'all seen everything on the sugar beet updates. That's about all we've been doing. I'm just kind of, with everything being said about how much we like the beet harvest and all, I'm glad it's over at the same time. It's one of those love hate kind of
Yeah.
thing, you know. It's
Well, we went there. We had it in our heads that we'll be there 2 maybe 3 weeks, and we
right.
were there for 5 weeks.
Yeah, so we checked in on the campground September 23rd,
23rd.
and then the harvest started October 1st and was supposed to be done by the 14th, and then we get our big paycheck, we hit the road, and yeehaw, everything's great. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? With all that being said, it still beats the hell out of corporate America.
Yeah.
I don't miss
And
my
I
old
will
job.
say, if you and your significant other do the beet harvest, get on the same shift.
Yeah, yeah, we will not do opposite shifts again. Uh,
We took that
didn't work out.
because that was the only way for me to get in the lab,
Yeah,
and that's where I wanted to be, because we weren't sure if I'd be able to handle, being on the ground or doing a power operator. But being on separate shifts, that was really hard.
well, two things: the separate shifts plus the hours of the lab. If
Yeah,
if
that
it
was a
was
10-hour shift.
8 to 8, 8 to 8 days and then 8 to 8 nights,
Yeah,
it
but it
would be
was
one thing. But that
12 to
overlapping,
10.
yeah. So she's working 12 to 10, kind of overlapping, and yeah, it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for us.
And then during the 10-day shutdown, you know, my days got back to days and my nights got back to nights. And
Hey, your sister's here.
hey, my sister! That's the first time I've seen you on one of our videos. Nice.
Yeah, so the opposite shifts
Yeah,
that didn't work out for us. I thought, like I said, we first said, "Oh, great, somebody's always home with the dogs," not thinking that somebody's always home trying to sleep with the
yeah.
dogs.
You
And
can't make the dogs sleep
yeah,
24/7.
the dogs aren't going to sleep all the time. So
And they were
yeah,
used to being awake during the day, so they wanted me to be awake during the day. Even Gizmo, I mean, he can't see, but he knows it's daytime.
oh yeah,
So he's like, grunting
and he
and
bounces
whining
off
and
the
moaning.
walls
And
and scratches on everything.
he wants me to be up. And
Yeah. So next year, sugar beet harvest, we're
April's
both.
in the house.
Hi.
Richard's in the house. Boy, everybody's coming on. Hey, guys.
So next year, sugar beet harvest, I think we agreed we'll both be in the yard. And here's the other thing too. With Tracy working in the lab, even though she loves the lab, and if anybody wants to do it, no problem. It's a great job.
Yeah.
But we're using or going to use sugar beets as one of our main income sources from the year, right? So with her working a 10-hour shift at a lower pay rate, it over the hours that we put in over the 2 weeks of the normal harvest, that adds up because you're talking about 2 hours of overtime.
PG is Patricia. Okay.
Oh, hey. So the 2 hours that you lose every day is overtime.
Yeah.
So when you look at 2 hours a day of overtime over a 14-day stretch, that's 28 hours of overtime
because
that she's not getting because she's only working 10 hours.
Yeah.
So
the way Express pays is anything over 8 hours is time and a half.
Right.
So where I was getting 2 hours of time and a half every day, he's getting 4.
Yeah.
I'm getting 2 hours of time and a half at a lower pay rate.
Yeah. So we'll tell you, so the lab was paying $13.65
is where they start you.
And then I was a parlor operator at $16.75. So when you take that into consideration, if she was a parlor operator, making another $3 an hour plus another 2 hours a day on top of what she already made, we're going to calculate the differences. You'll see in the conclusion video what we actually made, and then we'll try to add in if she was an operator. Basically we'll just double mine if you were an operator.
It's like we were saying today, if we were both parlor operators on Sunday, you get double time. So let's say at not saying $16.75, but say $16 an hour.
Yeah.
Double time of $16 an hour is $32 an hour. So both of us are making $32 an hour. That's $64 an hour.
$64 an hour on Sundays for a 12-hour shift. So yeah, you can make some good money quick, all right? And that's the whole point of the sugar beet harvest is to go in, make the money quick, and then get out and take that money and go, take a vacation or something.
Yeah.
So I think both of us being parlor operators would be the way to go. But again, I'm not, and I'm not forcing her to do anything.
As long as I'm coordinated enough to do it. I can't even walk down the steps without hurting myself.
Well, at least you're standing still in there, so you shouldn't hurt yourself. You're kind of standing in one spot in the parlor. But we'll go over. So I'll spend the next year drawing out on paper the levers and everything and the buttons, and
That would be
I'll get her.
Cool.
What?
I could sit over there at the table and have like
practice.
a little cardboard thing in front of me with all the buttons and.
I'll build you a piler. That's what we'll do.
Thanks, babe.
We'll get you trained and get you ready for next year. That way you're not caught off guard.
Yeah.
You know what all the levers are before you even get in there.
Yeah.
Because I do have some pictures of everything, so we can take those pictures, print them out, lay them on the table, and then I can show you each lever.
I could be like Sheldon Cooper when they were teaching him how to drive on Big Bang Theory. Oh,
yep. I got your back, baby. Don't worry.
Thanks, boo.
I'm going to train you. I'm going to learn you.
Thanks, boo. Gene, I think y'all should go next year.
I think anybody that has been watching my videos and asking questions about it should go. If you're, if you're able to. I'm not saying, I know a bunch of people watch our videos that aren't full time yet, aren't traveling. You're still in the dreamer phase. Bye, Jeff. We'll see you at Amazon, buddy.
Yeah, everybody who says we might do it next year, just forget the might part. Just do it.
Yeah. It's well worth it. I mean, if you're already traveling and you're able to make it.
And I'll tell you, here's the people that are local in the area right there at East Grand Forks. They actually take 2 weeks off of their normal jobs every year to go work the sugar beet harvest.
Right.
They take their vacation from their normal jobs to go work the sugar beet harvest.
They're the ones that were really mad this year because we were shut down for almost the first 2 weeks. So they all went back. They all went back to their regular jobs with only like 1 or 2 days of work at the sugar beet harvest. So they didn't make any money.
We had 4 days before we got shut down for 10.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go check the camera and make sure it's not gonna turn off or anything. Maybe if I touch it, maybe it'll stay. So let's see if it'll stay without booting us off. But how many people we got here? 17?
17. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button up there for us, please.
Give like button. Like.
Appreciate you.
We like the like buttons.
Yes, we like the likes.
April, is it cold over there yet? I know it got down to 12 where we were at, and it was pretty cold.
It was in the single digits. It got down to about 8 or 9 that one morning. Yeah.
I saw the Heart Ranch app put up a wind advisory today.
Yeah,
Heart Ranch.
Imagine that, a wind advisory in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Imagine that.
I could not imagine that.
So we'll go ahead and let April know.
Exploring the local life, just tuning in. Hey guys.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Nice to see y'all.
Actually, you know what? I was going to mention some of the things we're looking at next summer, but I don't think I'm going to let that cat out of the bag.
No, don't let it, because we got some exciting stuff for next summer. I mean, we've got.
Yeah, April, I know y'all going to say, there's still options of, going back
Heart Ranch is still an option.
But we haven't received the phone call yet. But we have received some phone calls from three other places that we've got phone calls from already. So we kind of got our choice of the summer job. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll let you know what's going on.
Wimps. Lisa said wimps. Well, she said wumps, but she meant wimps.
Yeah. So we're not going to let you know about the summer job yet. Amazon's coming up next. We're on our way to Amazon.
Patricia, where are you? She said it's almost 80. She got to be in Florida.
Yeah. 2 harvest hosts coming up on this trip. 3. We're at 4E, our favorite harvest host now. And then we have another harvest host.
Oh, hey, Robin.
We have another harvest host tomorrow. Hey, Robin, how you doing?
Yes, wow, what a month, definitely.
So I think another harvest host. No, Flying J tomorrow. Sorry. So
yeah, Flying J
we have a harvest host coming up in a couple of days, and then another one in 4 days, I think.
I don't care what harvest host we have coming up. I don't think anything can beat where we're at right now.
No, nothing's gonna beat where we're at now as far as for just how awesome Lisa and them are, and how beautiful the farm is. But I'm not a wine drinker.
This one's
so
different.
I don't do this for the wine. The one coming up is for me.
It's one that we have never done before.
It's not wine. I found this one, and we talked to the guy today, and I'm ready to get there.
I'm not going to enjoy it as much as he is.
No.
It's definitely not my cup of tea.
I do all the wines for her, so she's sacrificing one for me.
That's true. This is definitely something.
Thing's buffering again. Stop buffering.
Is it?
That's what happens whenever. I'm telling you, we're out in the field.
Oh, Patricia's in Oklahoma. Okay.
Ah.
It's buffering again.
So is it buffering for you guys, or is it just buffering on Tracy's phone?
Yeah.
Y'all let us know if it's buffering or not.
Yeah, please.
What did Exploring say?
We need to go back and watch more of this series. We've only caught 3.
All right. Yeah, so the original plan, when you go back and watch these, the original plan for my sugar beet series was going to be, sugar beet harvest is normally 12 to 14. Connecting. All right. Let us know if we're back. Sorry, guys.
Robin said we all spoke too soon because now they're saying it's buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering.
Yeah, now we should be back, hopefully.
Yeah. Vicky. Oh, Joe and Vicky worked in the lab during the days. Okay.
Okay.
We made last Saturday our last day, started travels. Yeah. I was supposed to go in, what's today? Monday. I was supposed to go in Saturday night, but I went ahead and made that the end of it for me.
Yeah, when they shut the yard down at 4 o'clock Saturday, I went home, and we were supposed to call back Sunday, and I told them that I was going to work Monday, and then I got home and to find out, Tracy already got the word that the lab was going to be closed Sunday, and it was just time to go. I mean, it was, why stay another day just to make a couple more bucks, just to be another day? We don't like to drive a lot of miles when we're traveling. We like to take our time. Like this trip that we're going to for Amazon, it's going to
take us a week to get there.
Yeah, and it's only 1,000 miles, 1,100 miles that we're going, but we're taking 6 days to get there because we like to enjoy the travel. I mean, it's the whole point of this lifestyle.
We don't want to be in a rush to get anywhere. And,
no.
So.
Let's see what else we got. Okay, everybody saying we're back.
We're back. Okay.
Awesome.
and of course mine's buffering now. Look at this.
Yeah, that's right. This is the beauty of live, right? Everybody that does lives understands this.
Yeah.
And Jessica, is it both of y'all here exploring the local life, or is it just you? Or hey, quit barking.
My lap is barking. My lap is barking.
There you. Hey, buddy. Oh my goodness. What's the matter?
Sand on the road. Hey.
Hey, Gordon. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
Hey. Nobody's talking to you. Anybody want to talk to you?
That's what's wrong. He said nobody's talking to him. Gadget would like to have somebody speak to him.
Okay, they said hi. Now be quiet.
Yes, they said hi to you, baby.
Anybody have any questions about sugar beets? Anything that you've seen in the series that you have questions about, or anything I didn't cover that you would like us to cover? Hey, buddy. Sit.
Oh yeah, Roy said they got family in Grand Forks. That's right. Isn't your daughter there?
Yeah, I think his daughter's right outside. I forget who was asking if we made it to Red Pepper. No.
And yes, we will go back. And April said hi to Gadget.
See, Gadget. Miss April said hi.
And Robin said hi.
And now he's happy.
And Lisa said hi. And Exploring Local Life said it's both of them.
Awesome.
Oh, you're actually driving right now.
What was the deal with the truck? I'm sorry, I haven't caught the latest video about what's going on with it. Did you?
Yeah, I just want to know. Did y'all decide, are you going to get a new truck, or are you just going to...
And guys, and everybody else watching, if you're not subscribed to Exploring the Local Life yet, please make sure you jump over to their YouTube channel and explore. Awesome content, awesome people. We love them. So y'all make sure y'all go over there. Tell them Orby Swat sent you, and make sure you subscribe. We love their videos.
Really good advice in theirs, and like,
move, buddy. All right, sorry about the dogs, but
good information on theirs. So
our life is real, so we don't cut the dogs out. There you go.
So, but yeah, Exploring the Local Life had some big time truck problems. They have a Ford diesel. So, yeah.
Go back and catch their videos on that. I got to catch up on it also too. So I didn't see the last one because I've been trying to get in travel mode, so I haven't watched.
Well, they were just in Texas for Nomad Fest, so I wish we could have been there for that.
It's like all the cool stuff. So we had to miss Nomad Fest because we're working. We had to miss Rendezvous with a work camper because we're working.
Everything happens during.
I wish people would start scheduling stuff outside of the normal work camper seasons.
Yeah,
that would help.
That would really help.
Yeah.
But we have Quartzsite coming up in January, and most people do Quartzsite in January.
Hey, Robin, will anybody be at Quartzsite, the big tent show representing for Or Camper News? I don't know if anybody's going to be any jobbinors or anything there.
Yeah, they don't know what they're going to do about the truck yet. Yeah, $8,000. I forgot to tell you that. It's $8,000. So,
when we were looking at this life, and and for anybody that doesn't know, just real quick backstory on us, if you haven't watched our videos or anything, I was in corporate America. I was a manager for technical operations for cable companies, basically.
Mhm.
I won't give any names, but big cable companies. And I just got tired of that lifestyle, so I found work camping, right? So we decided to do this. And when we started, I was trying to decide, do I want a truck and a fifth wheel, or do I want a motorhome? And we kept going back and forth, but the price of trucks just
You're gonna pay more for the truck than you do for the motorhome,
it was
or
it
for
was
the
killing me
RV,
when we were
or for the
pricing.
fifth wheel.
Yeah. So and for our budget, it was better just to get the motorhome, and we kind of like it because when you're going down the road, we don't have to stop,
If I
to get
want
out
a
of the truck.
sandwich, I can go make a
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah. So, but I know the fifth wheels and stuff are
They're beautiful.
more room.
More
But
room.
anyway, RV works out better for us. But I know if our engine breaks, whew,
It's our
that's the
house.
scary part. That's the good thing about a truck and all that because you can always rent a truck or do something and you still got your house.
Yeah.
Us, if our engine breaks, yeah.
We can't.
Let's not
rent
even talk about
another
that.
house.
What's the comment saying? I don't even want to think about that.
Okay, let's see.
Are we back?
Let me go back up here. Okay, so let's go up here to Richard. How common is it for sugar beets to get delayed for 2 weeks? Not very common.
No, not very common at all. So they said this is
Last year-
the worst year ever.
Yeah, last year they started October the 1st, and by October 15th they were done.
Yeah, I think they finished on the 13th. I think they were 13
yeah.
straight days and done. My opinion on what the perfect harvest would be, and we'll see if this ever happens. The other side, I should say, of what happened this year with all the shutdowns and all the downtime, and you got time to do all kinds of going out to dinner and sightseeing and all that.
You want to know where to eat in Grand Forks? Ask us. We
Yeah.
can tell you.
But the other side of that is, let's say you go to a harvest and you work 14 days straight. Well, then it's just as miserable almost because you got 14, 12-hour shifts and you're so tired. So me personally, I think the perfect harvest would be go in and do 7 12s, get shut down for 2 days, and then go back in and finish another 5 to 7 12s.
Yeah.
That would give you a little break in the middle. To me,
So
that would
if
be a
Mother
perfect
Nature
harvest.
is listening, next
Yes.
year.
I'm putting in my request now for next year. But yeah, normally you just go in, you make the money, and you get out.
Yeah. Robin said, I don't think there's been a delay like this since I've worked at Work Camper News. Yeah. Bill and Darla have been doing it for
8
that's,
years.
Economic Refugees
yeah.
RV.
Yes.
RG, no. Economic Refugees RV.
8 years they've been doing it. Yeah.
Go and watch some of their videos too. They're amazing. They're on their way to Texas right now to pick up their puppy.
Yeah.
So excited.
But yeah, 8 years. They said this is the worst one they've had. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Not that she knows of. Maybe some ambassadors.
Okay.
Yeah. Exploring the local life, a YouTube subscriber let us borrow their truck. Oh, okay.
Oh,
well,
wow.
cool. That's awesome.
awesome.
See, we've met
We love the YouTube
some
community.
of the greatest people, the YouTube community, the RV community.
Yeah.
When we first started this, we had been cruisers before. Twice a year we would go on a cruise, and we thought cruisers were great people. And then we started this, and we're like, cruisers got nothing.
You know
on
what? Our if you haven't seen our video yet when we had tire problems,
yeah,
go back and watch the video when the tires got fixed.
Yeah.
And the story behind that one, the blessing, I should say, behind that one. So we know exactly how you feel with someone helping you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much. Just go back and watch the video about our tires being fixed. And that was our first month in this life, I think, when we first hit the road. We had things like that happen to us.
And 3 weeks of hitting the road.
Yeah. So we knew that the RV community was going to be right for us as soon as that experience happened to us.
Yeah.
I'm like, who does that? And I can't believe there's still people like that in the world.
I ugly cried. That's how good it was.
Yeah. So yeah, go back and watch that video. That was we fell in love with everybody in the lifestyle from that video on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're glad y'all are catching this live too, exploring. Let's see. Sand on the road. The fun thing with a motorhome is that the ignition switch is 40 feet from the starter. Richard, y'all need to join us. He said we may join y'all in the future.
You need to.
You plan on getting out of the Air Force?
I was about to say, how many years do you have to retirement? He's close to retirement, actually, in the Air Force. So, yeah, I mean, after retirement, I would definitely start looking at work camping. We started work camping, and, workcamper.com saved us. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I found everybody on YouTube, and I found all the stuff out there, and then I found workcamper.com, and we're sitting back just getting offers. We got an email today
Don't say who it was.
No, I'm not gonna say.
That's,
I'm not gonna say who
part
it
of
was. That interview is tomorrow. But with the awesome applicant, the with the resume on WorkCamper,
Oh my gosh.
it's just out there working for us all the time, and we just get emails and calls from, hey, we saw your resume and we'd like to talk to you and offer you a job here or there, and so we got that offer. We'll do that interview tomorrow, and we'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, what better way to see the United States than to work across the United States? Who would have thought?
Yeah. You know, if you would have told me a few years ago, you know,
people do this. Right?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you know, I gave up. I walked away from a good job.
Yeah.
You know, to do this lifestyle. I made good money. I made a good living. No complaints there. But
oh, he said he's going to take some leave and join us for Beets. Hey,
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Make sure you take 3 weeks in case it extends.
Just in case. Yeah. Try to take 3 weeks. But for the most part, even if you take a 2-week vacation and come up there and you know, hopefully you have at least 1 good week out of it. Hopefully you get the whole harvest done. But and you're close enough. I mean, you're close. That's not that far of a drive.
Yeah.
I mean, you could drive that in 1 day, work the harvest, and then turn around and go back. Yeah. So I would definitely look into that if I was you. You're in a perfect spot for it. Yeah. What else? Anything else?
Seasonal jobs rock when you're retired. Yeah.
Oh, exploring. Are y'all going to Quartzsite this year by any chance? We definitely. You're definitely ones that we would love to meet up with.
Yeah. And they exploring and asked, do you still get paid if everything is shut down? You don't get paid on the days that you're shut down, but the beautiful thing about it is your site is 100% paid for.
Right.
So
you have no cost of living.
There's no cost of living, and like with us, as far as like groceries and stuff, so
here's the thing when people ask me, you know, do you get paid when we're shut down? You're pretty much gonna make X amount of dollar to work the harvest.
Yeah.
It's gonna be roughly
whether it takes you 2 weeks or it takes you 4 weeks, you're gonna make the same.
You're gonna make the same amount of money. So the goal with the harvest is to go in, make the money in 12 to 14 days, and then get out. But if you're there for 2 months, you're still only going to end up with the original amount of money because you're only going to work 12 to 14 days.
Yeah.
Whether you get it 12 to 14 days straight or 12 to 14 days stretched over 2 months, you're still only working those days. So that's basically the amount of money. What determines the actual dollar amount is how many premium days. So where it can get a little tricky because Saturdays is time and a half, Sundays is double time.
All day.
Even if you don't work during the week. So if we're rained out Monday through Friday and don't make any money, if we go in Saturday, it's double time. Time and a half, even though you haven't worked your 40 hours. It's just Saturday, Sunday's premium. So
if you call in one of those weekdays, then you lose your premium pay for Saturday.
And you lose your bonus.
And you lose your bonus, yeah.
And
your bonus is based on, like this year, this was our first year, so we get 5% of what our total pay was.
Gross, yeah.
Next year will be our second year. We'll get 10%.
10% of gross.
Gross.
So with the shutdowns could help because you can get 2 premium. If you go in and bust out the harvest in 12 days, you're only going to get 1 weekend out of 12 days. So you're only getting 1 premium weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So it can help you bleed you into a second premium. Like this year, we ended up with 2 weekend premiums. You know, so, and it would have been a third, but we actually got rained out one of the premium weekends. So, you know, that's the only thing that fluctuates with how much money you make is whether you work Saturday or Sunday. That's the key. You got to get your Saturdays and Sundays in there.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
What else we got? Anything?
Let's see. Patricia, that's how I get to see the U.S. traveling for my job. I've been doing it for 5 years. Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, if somebody had told me 10 years ago, you can get paid and see Mount Rushmore and see the Grand Canyon and blah, blah, I would have told them they were crazy. But I would have done it because that would have been the perfect education for our kids. You know, we homeschooled right there at the end, the youngest 2 boys, and it would have been the perfect scenario to just homeschool them from the RV. And like Johnny was telling somebody today, while this person's child is learning about Mount Rushmore in a textbook, our child is actually there looking at it. That would have been perfect. You know, April and Richard, they're on here live right now. Richard is in the Air Force, and they homeschool their daughters. And their daughters actually get to see
They have awesome field trips.
Yeah, they have great field trips. You know, they're physically there, and you know, with the Air Force, he's getting transferred every few years, so that's great. And their kids are learning what our kids learn from a textbook. They're learning putting their hands on
Yep.
it, and that would have been, you know, the perfect thing.
So exploring the local life, give us some input on how do we grow our channel like yours? we're we're trying so hard to get our channel out there, and you know our main goal with this, you know, when we started this channel, there were several reasons behind it. One, we
To
want to
help.
document everything that we do, but two, we want to be that influence on someone that's sitting at home right now, you know, coming home from their daily grind. And they're eating dinner and they talk about, boy, there's got to be something better out there.
And then their cell phone rings in the middle of dinner, and it's the boss.
Yeah, but then they jump online and start researching it. I want them to find our videos, and I want them to be encouraged to go out and do this.
Yeah.
That's my main goal for this channel. I want to encourage people and let them know it can be done. If I can do it, anyone can do it, because we have no other source of income. We're not retired. We don't have pensions. We don't have disabilities. We don't have anything. I mean, the only money we make.
I'm stupid if that counts as a disability, but I don't get paid for it, so.
We need to work on that.
Yeah.
But we rely 100% on work camping jobs, and if we can come out here and do it, anyone can do it. And like I said, it's, you know, 5 years from now, if this channel is successful, and someone reaches out to me, or even a year from now, someone reaches out to me and says, "Hey, Johnny, you know, we're on the road because of your videos or something," then mission
kind of like
accomplished.
What you told Brian, Adventure Van Man. You know, Brian is the reason we're on the road, but Bill and Darla from Economic Refugees RV are the reason we stay on the road.
Yeah, they keep us on the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's Bill is
he's a whiz.
The knowledge that guy has of RVs and stuff. So I'm a little back again. Sorry, I'm telling you.
Are we
yeah,
back?
We're back.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this phone is
we
horrible.
Need to, Johnny's phone needs to be.
We need to start using the Canon. Start using the actual DSLR camera.
Yeah.
We haven't done many of these lives, you know, usually just quick stuff. But as we get more subscribers and more people tuning in, then, you know, I'll start investing in, you know, better equipment and stuff like that. Just right now, you know, I have to use what we have. I don't have money to invest in nice equipment. But
Robin was wanting to know how hard is the lab job. Is it strenuous? Robin, the one thing that I really liked about the lab job is there's, like, when you're like inside the lab, like I was, there's 4 stations. There's actually a total of 6 if you count outside where they're bringing the beets in. But once the beets come into the lab, you have 4 stations. You have your Bri belt machine, then you have your LD something machine. Forgive me, I can't remember what it's called. But there's 4 stations. I learned 2 of those stations. Every 2 hours, I would switch. So when I got in at midnight, I started off on the computer. At 2 o'clock, we'd go on a break. When I came back from break, I was over on the Bri belt. And then at 4 o'clock, we went on a break. When I came back from break, I was back on the computer. And then 2 hours later, we went to lunch and came back from lunch. I was back on. So every 2 hours, I was switching, so I wasn't getting burned out on one spot.
The only part of the lab that I heard, you know, we ate dinner with a bunch of people we worked with the other night before we left, or last night, excuse me. And the people outside, like Tara and stuff, some of those say it's kind of hard because, so these bags of, we take the samples at the piler, and it's a bag, and it's anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds of beets.
But sometimes they get over 30 pounds.
So when the samples get to the lab and unloaded off the truck, there's one position in the lab that's outside that takes these bags as a ring, a metal ring on the end of the bag, and you have to hang them on the hook over your head on this conveyor system that brings them inside where she's at, where they're processing everything. So if you're outside hanging, you know, 20, 30 pound bags,
and it's cold out there too,
you know, for 10 hours, that could be, like, I haven't done it, so I can't give my opinion on it. I'm just you know, some people loved it and had no problems with it, and some people didn't. I would say if you have any problems with your shoulders, elbows, anything with lifting over your head, then I wouldn't want that position. The tear position, or I don't know if it's tear, what it's called, but once they're hung on the hooks and they get to where they're emptied out into the system, there's another person that just stands there.
They count beets.
Picks out the rocks and stuff, and count the beets in the bay, weighs them, and then sends them on down. So again, that's an easy job, but you're just standing there and you kind of.
But too, that position, they also switch every 2 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I don't think, honestly, everything that I've seen in the sugar beet harvest, there's really nothing that I think is just physically hard. I mean, there's no real demanding hard labor work to it.
And like Michael and Charlie and everybody said, the lab, we're kind of like the redheaded stepchild. We kind of get forgotten about. So, but the lab was really good, as far as taking care of us.
The only thing I don't like is 10 hours. I wish it was 12-hour shifts, because the whole draw for me to sugar beets is go work these 12-hour shifts, a lot of overtime, make the money.
But they can't make it 12-hour shifts because the lab is only so big.
You can't overlap.
And you can't overlap. So when we're leaving, the other crew was already there. There's not enough room for everybody in the lab. So.
Right. Yeah. Other than that, that was my only complaint.
Yeah, standing for a long time. Yeah, the ones that are outside the lab, they do stand the entire time.
Now, in the yard, you saw in our videos and the videos I've done of the groundwork and all, that's one thing I would say. If you can stand on your feet for 12 hours, but, you get a break every 2 to 3 hours. You get a 15, 20-minute break or so. So if you can stand up for at least 3 hours and then sit for a few minutes and then 3 hours again, sit for a minute. If you can do that for 12 hours straight, then you won't have a problem with the job. That is honestly the hardest part of the job, is being on your feet for that many hours. Everything else is kind of just monotonous. I mean, the power operator job, it's just same process over and over, multitask, empty trucks. The ground, you saw what I done on the ground. Truck comes in, write your pile number on the ticket, take a sample, pump his dirt back into his truck and send him on his way.
Yeah.
Nothing to it. Now, my ground crew was amazing. And like I said, I walked around the yard and watched people. There's all walks of life out there on the ground. And I've seen everybody handle it, from people in their 60s and 70s with knee replacements, no problem doing the job. I was on the ground with the girl that was 6 months pregnant, no problem doing the job. So the physical work is not hard. It's not bad at all.
Just my phone is buffering.
Is it? Oh, so did you lose the live on there so we don't know who's chatting?
Yeah, I got to get it back. I'm trying to.
All right, bear with us, guys. I have no idea who's asking questions or anything or where we're at on the chat. So if she can get signed back in, we'll get caught up.
Yeah.
While that's coming back up, I don't know how far behind we are on it. I didn't look at it before you restarted it. So we'll get caught up on the questions, and if you have any more questions, let us know. So who all here is thinking of, honestly may go to Sugar Beets next year? And if you're going, I hate to do these plugs, but hey, money's money. If you do go, when you fill out the application, if you don't mind, put us down as a reference, because we do get a kickback for that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't like doing these plugs and stuff like that, but I'm out here work camping. I need every dollar I can get. So if you can use us as a referral, I think we get like $50 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd appreciate anybody that comes out there to help us out. And Robin, I'd appreciate you telling everybody on workcamper.com, everybody that fills out an application, put me down as we get like 100 references.
Oh my God! Right.
All right, where did we leave off on the comments? How far behind are we?
Okay, so Robin. Sand on the Road. Gordon loves the cooking videos. That should help with your channel's clickbait.
I am getting back now that the harvest is over. I am getting back to RV Kitchen episodes. So I have to put together a schedule and figure out what's next on that. So I'll probably do one this week in our travels.
Mm-hmm.
One maybe at a Harvest Host or something. When we're going to bed one night, I'll shoot a quick RV Kitchen episode. Yeah. So those are coming. Exploring Local Life said YouTube is tricky. Yes, it is. Yes. And I was just I don't need tens of thousands of subscribers. If it gets there, it's fine. My main thing is I just want to know that I'm actually helping someone and people enjoy the videos. That's my main goal.
Your RV Freedom said, I worked 6 weeks part time at an apple orchard in New England, hayride tractor driver. See, that's,
Apple orchard
I
would be
would
awesome.
love to go do something like that because,
We've learned a lot, in all the downtime of the sugar beet harvest, going to dinner and all with people that's worked the harvest for
yeah,
10, 15, 20 years. There's a lot of harvesting jobs that you can travel around doing. They kind of conflict with other stuff that we do,
yeah,
but cranberries and apples and
cherries and
cherries, and you can just follow the harvest. There's one that said they follow
they
the
follow
harvest
the
all down
harvest
the
from
East Coast as well.
California
Oh, yeah,
to
the West
Oregon
Coast.
to Washington.
Yeah.
I think that was the apples.
Yep. So if you can do things like that, that's fine. It's just our our point or our goal, I should say, in this life. Our thing is every summer, our summer jobs
We
are
want
going to
to be
be where
different.
we want to go. So if it's a place that we've always wanted to vacation or something we want to see, that's where we hunt for summer jobs.
Yeah.
Sugar beets we'll do every year. Christmas trees or Amazon, we still got to work this out and see what's going to happen with trees. And gate garden, there's some things that we're going to do every year.
Yeah.
Those jobs are
Gate guarding, maybe. We'll have to see about
yeah.
that.
So those jobs are going to be our income jobs. Those are going to be the make the quick dollar and put it in the
Yeah.
bank.
Not any sight, not any, or not much sightseeing. If any
Right, no, it's
sightseeing
just
during
work.
those, it's just working. Yeah.
Our summer contract is a 4 to 5 month contract. I like 4 month contracts,
Yeah.
and that gives us 4 months at a destination that we want to be,
Yeah.
and then we get the site. Like when we first started, our first job was Hart Ranch.
Yeah.
We managed a
And that
restaurant
was
at Hart
great
Ranch.
because if
We
you
loved
didn't,
it.
if you weren't aware of this, there's a lot of stuff to do
Yeah.
around Rapid City, South Dakota.
But it started out, we were sitting back and was like, and one thing that she's always wanted to see was Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And we was like, okay, we'll put that on our bucket list. And the job popped up, and we found out that the job was like 15 minutes down the road from Mount Rushmore. So we're like, check, we'll take that one. That's a place we want to see. Spent the summer there, saw all types of amazing stuff, met some amazing
Didn't see
friends.
everything either because there's a lot.
Yep. Now it's like, now what do we want to see? So that's our summer jobs. We just bounce around and see all the sites that we want to see.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, beets and everything. Not much sightseeing. It's just about go and make the money.
Yeah. And definitely, Wandering Aces, one thing about the job is you can see light at the end of the tunnel. Makes it easier. Definitely.
So it's funny you say that because I've mentioned, and Billy, I'm glad you're on here with Wandering Aces. I watched your why video, and I'd like to talk to you, my friend. Our story is so similar as far as for my father passing and things like that. Why we're doing this lifestyle, I'm not going to get into too much detail on here, but it's been said in other videos. But our story is right there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I was in management for 15 years with cable companies. Somebody told me when we started this, well, what if you get to a job and you don't like it? I'm like, buddy,
guess what?
I've been in a hell job for 15 years with no light at the end of the tunnel. Any job I take now, I know when it ends.
What was it that I just said today? Life rocks when your living room rolls.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So, there's no job out there that I can't do for a few months. The job that I've done. Now, granted, I had a good job and I like my job.
If you're at the point where you don't like it, literally, you cannot make it to the end of that job,
you can leave.
Crank it up and go.
Yeah. We do our best not to do that because, again, coming from a management background, I like people to fulfill obligations and I like to fulfill my obligations. So if I tell you I'm going to work these dates, I'll do my very best to do it, unless you're just downright.
Which is why we hated leaving Sugar Beets before it was finished.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to do that, but I have to be at Amazon. So, but yes, Bill, I'd love to talk to you, man.
Yeah, and Robin, should be in good shape for Amazon. If we're not in good shape when we get there, we'll be in good shape when we leave.
We did not plan on doing Amazon. This was not our, we heard some stories about Amazon and we're like, oh, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those situations. Christmas trees fell through. We needed something, and we can do it. We can survive anything.
3 years ago, every day at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was in the gym. I would have been in shape for it then.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
We're just gonna make do for the month and a half, and we're gonna move on.
Yep. Let's see. How am I working with these new stores setups? What are you doing now, Patricia?
Hey Kevin, what's up, man?
Oh, Kevin. Hey, boo.
Let's explore and see.
Good to see you on here, Kevin. I've been keeping up with you after your uncle.
It would mess with Nomad Fest 2019. Not really. Not if the harvest goes well, because I
Yeah.
think Nomad Fest 2009 is the 19th, right? Starts on the 19th. If the harvest goes well, we're done by the 12th or 13th.
Right.
And then you crank up and you head straight down the,
Right.
you draw straight to Nomad Fest, which is kind of what we would like to do next year.
Yeah.
Maybe depending on what job we have to do after Beets, if we're able to
Yeah.
put Nomad Fest on our trend. And see, that's the thing with the time of Nomad Fest is,
It's right
we're
there
off
when
in
people are.
January. So
Yeah.
January we're completely off, and then there's some maybe in the winter, February, Marchish, we might have some time off, but it's hard for us to get to things like that because of,
Yeah.
we can make it after Beets, but sometimes we have to head to another job, so
Yeah.
we'll have to see. But I think you can work the harvest and still make Nomad Fest.
Yeah. Let's see. Kevin Levin, I ain't going. Well, you ain't going where?
To the sugar beet
To
harvest.
the sugar beet harvest.
Kevin ain't going to sugar beet harvest.
Come on, Kevin.
He's going to quartzsite though.
He
We'll see
is.
you. We'll see you in quartzsite.
Yep. We got to cook some brisket.
Yes. Let's see, Robin.
Wouldn't hesitate to mention your referral on your channel if I were you. Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna pay $50 a referral, I'm gonna put
and
it out
that last
there.
name is spelled Bercegeay.
Yeah.
Johnny and Tracy.
I wonder if they could put RB SWAT.
Probably not. We'll have to get in touch with Al.
We'll have to call Al Sorensen and say, hey, if anybody puts RB SWAT as a reference, make sure we get our check.
That's us. Then just alternate. Give him one, give me one.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. You do help others, so appreciate your info. And that's what we're trying to do.
That's our biggest thing.
Because there's so many people out there who've helped us that we in turn would like to help other people.
Yep. I want to return.
Yeah,
Like I said,
forward.
my goal. When I get that email or that phone call or that text or anything like that honestly that tells me you're the reason I'm on the road, or I watched X video or whatever it was, and it encouraged us to do this. That then mission complete. I mean, that's really what I'm striving for. And once I get past that first one, I'd like to have thousands that I help do it.
Yes, Robin.
What's that? What she said?
She said, can I use your series in the Work Camper News blog this week?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, let me think about that. Yeah.
Robert,
definitely.
we still want to talk to, is it Sherry or Cherie? I think it's Cherie.
Cherie.
I really would like to do, the bi-monthly news, the magazine, Work Camper News magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I would sure love to see an RV SWAT full page article in there.
I can picture it.
That would be nice. So, let's see, we got that
let's
one.
See,
Orchard was starving
Orchard
for
was
help.
Starving for help. Many jobs available, not on Work Camper sites. See, they need to get on there.
Yeah.
I wish a lot of these places would.
And the orchards, do they give you? Do you have hookups? Do you have RV sites? In the orchard or something?
Indeed, has a lot of the harvest. I was wondering if that was on there. Okay.
My biggest thing is I wonder, do you just have to go get your own RV park and pay for your site and then you work the harvest, or?
Exploring the local life had to leave. So if y'all are still here waiting, we will talk to y'all soon.
Oh,
we hope to see y'all soon.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Kevin wants to have a serious conversation with that jackwagon who runs Amazon.
Do what? Kevin.
I am wanting to have a serious conversation with that jackwagon who runs Amazon. If you run into him, give him my number.
I'll let him know you're looking for him, Kevin. I will.
Run.
April. Life rocks when your living room rolls. Put it on the shirt.
You
That's
know
a good
it.
idea.
Or on a coffee cup.
We put everything on a shirt now.
Yeah. Let's see. Wandering Aces. Bill and Darla has my number. Call anytime. Yes.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good deal. We're going to set up a new Dollar General. Oh, okay. Trisha been working on setting up new Dollar General stores all over. It has ended for the year. So what you going to do now? Is it vacation time? Going to need to convert them people at Amazon. I think the right batch of gumbo might do the trick. Kevin, you done lost your mind.
I think that's going to be like my role in all these jobs where we're getting the campgrounds. I'm going to have to cook jambalaya and gumbos for like the whole campground.
I know, right?
As we go.
Let's see. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. McDonald enjoyed your daily-ish updates.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be daily, but as long as you understand the ish part.
Yes.
Yeah, they couldn't be daily this Not this year. It was too crazy this year.
Cherie.
Cherie.
It's
Yes.
Cherie. Gotcha. Also, if you guys, for people to work camper.com, you get 2 months extra on you. Oh, well,
Okay.
hey.
We'll start putting that plug out there too.
Yes, indeed. Nice to know. Thank you, Sand on the Road. Click the like button. No camping in the orchard. I worked camped nearby.
Okay. And that's something that we have to open our minds to. But right now, the state that we're in right now in our life as far as the work camping goes, right now we're not accepting jobs that trade hours for the site or we have to pay for the site and get paid. Right now we're only accepting jobs that we get paid for every hour worked and the site is completely free.
Yeah.
You know, like Beets and things like that. And you know,
Well, there's one
Heart
that's
Ranch,
like $8 a day per couple.
Or you know, like 6 hours a week in trade, something like that.
Yeah.
But the going thing seems to be like 20 hours. 25.
No,
we're not doing.
That's $800 a month if you're working for
$10 an hour. $10
an hour.
20 hours a week. That's $800 a month.
That's a house note, and then
I'm not doing that. There's plenty of jobs out there that fully compensate your site and pay you. Heart Ranch, we didn't pay anything for our site. Yeah. Sugar Beets, we didn't pay anything for our site. So in the future, you know, when we have a nest egg or we have some other source of income or something, and we want to go somewhere just because of the location and we want to trade some hours, that's fine. But right now where we're at, we're only taking jobs that the site's paid for.
Yeah. Let's see. Patricia's looking for something to do now. Workcamper.com, Patricia.
Yeah. You would definitely find something to do.
Yes, you will. It took us 2 days to find this Amazon job. So, and they're taking applications till November 1st for the Hebron, Kentucky location. Yep. So.
Yes, they are. It's still got time for Amazon.
Yeah, that's a couple
more
days.
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. I think is the first.
Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Still going in Grafton. Got rained out yet again. Only have about 12 full hours left, I guess. Whenever that will be. So that 12 full hours y'all have left, I guess they'll spread that out over about 4 days.
Yeah, because there's more rain and snow coming, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the harvest is never going to get done this year.
Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier, y'all go ahead and start drawing names for Christmas. Yeah. Robin said the deadline for the next magazine is December 10th, so get with Cherie. Okay. Got a story. Sign RV Freedom, your RV Freedom, sign me up for the Jambalaya and Gumbo. You got it. Your name's on top of the list. Not sure what the next magazine is about, though. They could be about us.
We've already done a Jambalaya RV Kitchen with April.
Oh, yeah, we did with April.
Yeah, so anybody on here that wants to know how to cook an authentic...
Well, I think RV Kitchen for Jambalaya and Gumbo, you were saying you're going to have to cook Jambalaya and Gumbo for everybody.
Yes, but what I'm saying is there's 21 people in here now. If any of you want to know how to cook an authentic Cajun Jambalaya, go watch
Not
Creole, Cajun Jambalaya. Go watch the episode, RV Kitchen episode, where we made the jambalaya. Me and April, she's on here, or was, I don't know if she's still here. We made an authentic jambalaya, and I also gave a secret in there. There's a thing called a jambalaya calculator that makes an accurate jambalaya. So go watch the video, download the jambalaya calculator. You'll be a Cajun in no time.
He even gave you a cheat that Cajuns don't use. It's called Kitchen Bouquet.
Yeah. You download Jambalaya Calculator and watch that video, and you'll be a honorary Cajun in no time. I promise you.
All right, let's see. That's the kind of jobs I want to do. Let's see. Amazon has dates that are working into the 1st of 2019, which is new. Yeah, they got a lot of new stuff, actually.
There's returns now.
Tammy, that I worked with in the lab, her and her husband are working returns.
Till March?
Yeah, so they're actually going to be camping right across the road from us in Hebron, however you say it. But they'll be there until March.
Doing a return process.
So that's cool.
We opted out of that right now. We want to finish up. You know, we've had January planned, our month off in Quartzsite. We've had that planned since we hit the road.
Yeah.
So we don't want to work the returns and work that. We got to get to Quartzsite. I want to get to Mexico, all that.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if we like that enough to go back every year, and then we'll adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
And see how we like Amazon and everything.
I mean, we need to go sometime every year so that we can go and get our prescriptions and all that.
Yeah,
and
I gotta get all my
and
meds.
yeah, if you're not familiar with Los Algodones, that's the full-time RVers medical mecca, where you can go and get all of your medications.
Video coming soon.
Video coming soon, but it's the same medication that you would get here for way less in cost, and because
we're gonna video that whole process, and we'll let you know what we spent on medication and all that. So that video's coming in January.
Yeah. Oh yeah, April is still here. There she is.
Okay. Bedtime. Good night, Billy.
Okay, Kevin Loving's going to be in Quartzsite Christmas. Okay, so you're going kind of early.
Awesome.
Yeah. Workhamper.com mentioned Johnny and Tracy B. Wandering Aces. Bedtime after work. Good night. Yeah, y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to y'all soon. April said she still laughs when she remembers the Jambalaya cooking show.
That was a fun episode.
I still laugh. Yeah.
That was a fun episode.
When you get two Cajuns together, good God Almighty. Me and Richard would just sit back and watch them. If y'all haven't watched it, just.
I love the Jeopardy moment. That was just so.
Oh, that was amazing. That was really cool.
I'm gonna go back and watch that video just because I love it.
Yeah, drug runners.
Drug runners.
Richard called us drug runners. Shh. Can't believe there's an actual recipe. I thought you dumped anything in. No, that's
not for
gumbo.
jambalaya. That's gumbo. Gumbo you can dump anything into. Jambalaya, don't mess with my jambalaya.
Yeah.
Jambalaya's got to be right on.
Yeah, gumbo you just dump it all in the pot, shells and all.
I went to a restaurant. I don't even know what state it was in anymore, but we went to a restaurant, Cajun restaurant, and we sat down and we opened the menu and it said jambalaya soup. And I wanted to burn the damn restaurant down. And we closed the menus and we left. Because there ain't no such thing as a jambalaya soup.
Jambalaya soup is when you're trying to make a jambalaya and you add too much water.
If you don't know how to cook a jambalaya, you might screw up and make soup. So don't put it on your menu, people. I tell you.
Your RV Freedom is leaving Massachusetts for Quartzsite December 27th. I want to go to Massachusetts. Come get me.
That's on our list.
Yes, it is.
That's on our must-go-to list.
Yeah. I want to hit the road so bad, y'all. Come on, Robin. Hit the road, girl. Mm-hmm. Can't you do your job from the road? What do you call it? Remote, what do they call it?
I don't know.
Not remote access, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, do your job remotely. I want a job that I can just do remotely, just sit in my RV and work.
Yeah, so speaking of that, Robin, when you figure out how to take your job on the road, let them know you need an assistant.
I'm your girl.
And Tracy will work with you.
Yeah.
She is seriously looking for something that she can do from the RV. I'll continue to do work camping jobs and go out and work, but she could stay home with the dogs.
If I can find a job on workcamper.com, Robin, hook a sister up. I want a job where all I have to do is go out and take pictures all day.
True, she loves photography.
If I can just take my Canon and go out and take pictures and make money from doing it, that's what I want to do.
That would be nice.
That would be my dream job. Let's see. Where am I at? Kevin Levin, will you still be in Quartzsite mid-January? Kevin better be in Quartzsite mid-January because that's when all the rest of us are going to still be there. Have a great evening, great information. Thank you, Patricia. We'll talk to you soon. Kate, hey, from North Carolina. My husband and I love your channel. Thank you, Kate Daggett. North Carolina.
We love the Carolinas, too.
Yes, y'all are up near my neck of the woods. I'm from Georgia. You're going to be cooking at Quartzsite. You're going to be cooking at Quartzsite?
Me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do a jambalaya at Quartzsite. And I think Kevin's doing some barbecuing and smoking at Quartzsite, so there's going to be a lot of cooking going on.
Indeed. Kevin's looking forward to meeting everybody from Bill and Darla's group. Yes. It's going to be a lot of us there.
Yes.
Yeah. Robin said, I could help, but it's up to Steve, and I have one kid at home. She graduates in May. Homeschool, baby. That's what we just said. No, I understand completely.
Yeah, we waited till, our kids are grown and gone. But not saying that we wouldn't have done if we'd have found this lifestyle beforehand. They'd have, we'd have got a little bit bigger, unit than what we have now. We'd get a bigger rig with a bunk or something.
Yeah.
And the kids would have been with us, but you know, it worked out just as well. You know, the kids are grown and gone, they're on their own, and we're enjoying life.
Yeah. If you head to Taxatusis, what the heck is Taxatusis, Kevin? What is he trying to say? Be ready to go unarmed. Taxatusis. Kevin, help me out. I think they cut your arms off at the border. You talking about Gay Garden? Oh Lord, wasp spray and bear spray. Who needs a gun?
Yeah, right.
Lord. Anyway.
Well, it looks like we're all caught up on the comments.
Yeah, we caught up.
Anything else, guys? I mean, we drug this out longer than what we thought. I'm glad people are interested and stuck around. Yeah. I thought it'd be like, oh, we'll get on. We'll do an update on the sugar beet harvest. Nobody will tune in, and we'll just let it upload. But I'm glad y'all tuned in. We love it.
Massachusetts for us unwashed rednecks.
Taxatusis.
Oh Lord. Thank you, Robin.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and sign off of this.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some sleep, and I said we got some videos coming up of this. This is gonna be a 5-day adventure on our way to Amazon, I think. So we got 5 stops, but 2 of them are Flying J's, so we're not gonna film those. But we do have 2 harvest hosts coming up this week. We'll do some video there, and let y'all see what the next 2 harvest hosts are.
And April, we're glad that y'all called us live too.
Yes.
We miss y'all.
Y'all better go talk to y'all manager down there, because we ain't got no phone call yet, no job offer. So we might end up somewhere else. We done 3 interviews, and we pretty much got 3 offers at some other places for the summer. So they better get off their butts.
Thank you, Kate.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button.
April and Richard, y'all hug those girls for us, please.
Yes. Y'all got our number. Call us sometime. Yeah. And we're going to get to bed, and we're going to get on the road tomorrow, try to get this drug test done for Amazon somewhere along the way. And we'll see y'all at the next video, and I think it's going to be a harvest host.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
See you in a couple days.
Have a good night. Sleep well. Stay warm.